No, don't trust me, mate. Don't trust me.
And I think Arteta's shown a bit too much loyalty to certain players. That's what we want. That's what we like to see. Team, we can do it. We can win. We can beat anyone on our day. But I think he's got to do that consistently. So it was daylight robbery.
People say, oh, you know, come on, being harsh. Maybe it is harsh, but
It's just classic Arsenal, isn't it?
Good evening, Arsenal fans. Welcome back to the Ardent Gooners Network channel, and I'm going to talk today about the game that we've just seen. Bayern 1, Arsenal 0, 3-2 Bayern on aggregate. Arsenal out of the Champions League. I mean, first of all, what was that for a performance? I mean, what on earth were they thinking? We didn't impose ourselves. We didn't play well. We looked naive. We looked tactically adrift. The first half, we were slightly better than the second half. We looked like we were playing for 0-0. And did we really threaten Bayern in the game? I can't think of any particular obvious chance that we had in the game. A deflected Odegaard shot that Neuer saved in the first half. But nothing really of note. Bayern tactically outclassed us every single way. And we're out. First season back in the Champions League, and we're out in the quarter-final. Now, yeah, it's not 10-2 this time, it's 3-2. But just a few things in that game. I mean, first of all, I've got to talk about that last corner kick. What the hell is Saka doing? He can't even beat the first man. The first man, the last kick of a Champions League campaign. Get the ball past the first man. It just beggars belief. Just the tactical ineptitude of players at times in these positions. You know, it's like Arsenal of old. You know, how many times, oh, he's messed up a throw-in, it's a foul throw, or it's messed up a corner kick, he can't even beat the first man. You've got one kick to save your Champions League campaign. You've got David Raya, who's gone up into the box for the corner kick, and you can't even beat the first defender. It's absolutely shocking. And I'm sorry, yes, it's been a good year. Yes, it's been a good campaign so far in the Premier League. But we've gone out with a whimper. I mean, what did we do in that game? What on earth did we do? It's not like we hammered on their door. It's not like Neuer had about 2,000 saves to make. He had pretty much nothing to do in the whole game. Bayern were organised. They attacked when they had to. They defended very well when they had to. And we never looked like getting back in it, to me. And then with the last kick of the game, you do that. It's just shameful, and there's absolutely no excuse for it. I don't want to be too down about the season. We've obviously come a long way. We're in the Champions League now. We're not being knocked out by Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League. But we are still a way off it, guys. Come on, you know, to go out in that manner, to go out like that with a whimper, barely a whimper. I mean, I don't want to hear people saying, oh yeah, well, Arsenal were organised, or Arsenal were this, or Arsenal were that for some of the game. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're out of a competition. You're out, done, for another year now. And what does this do for the rest of our season? You know, going into Wolves at the weekend, well, that's going to be easy for Mikel Arteta to get them up for, isn't it? It's going to be easy. Yeah, Wolves away on a Saturday night. Where's the, you know... One thing I said about this game is that if we were going to lose it, we needed to put everything into it. No stone left unturned. No effort that wasn't put out on that pitch. Nobody did that. Nobody ran themselves into the ground. I mean, Saka looked dangerous at times, but can't even get a corner in with the last kick of the game. You know, Bayern showed that they are an experienced outfit in the Champions League. They've got know-how that we don't clearly have. Now, I know that there's going to be people that come out to this video and say, oh, well, you're being over-dramatic, or, you know, come on, Bayern are a top side. Yeah, they are a top side, but so are Arsenal. We've shown it in the Premier League this season. We've shown it at Liverpool. We've shown it at Manchester City. We've shown it in so many games. Home, you know, home against Liverpool, away against Liverpool, home against City, away against City. And we can't do it in the biggest game of our lives, Bayern away in the Champions League for a semi-final place. You can't even produce a performance for 90 minutes. We're still well off it, for me. We're still well off it as a club. Yes, we've made it forward. We've progressed. There's some progression. but we're still not where we need to be. This is not an Arsenal side. I'm sorry, this is not an Arsenal side that's going to win trophies. Do you really watch that game and think that we have the capability of knocking Man City off their perch? You must be joking. You must be joking. No chance. No chance. The pedigree of these sides is such where if you make a mistake, you're going to be punished. And the Bayern goal was a good goal. Don't get me wrong, it was a good goal. There were defensive mistakes littered throughout the goal. Don't make any mistake about it. But it was a good goal. Bayern did what they had to do. Now, 2-2 at the Emirates was always going to be a cagey result. There were absolutely no guarantees that 2-2 was going to be enough. In fact, most Arsenal fans said, we needed to win that. 3-1, 4-1, take it back to the Allianz, and we'd have a good shout at going through. Now, I admit that was never going to be easy. You're never going to turn Bayern Munich over like they're Luton. With all respect to Luton, because they've done quite well in the Premier League this season. But with all respect to class sides versus weaker sides, it was never going to happen. And I feel pretty sick about it, really, that we can't even go out with having given it a real good go. We didn't even score at the Allianz, And this is the problem, and this is what people like Carragher, Neville, and others have been saying this year. Can Arsenal do it when it matters? Arsenal don't have a quality striker. This is what I said in my Are We Out of the Title Race video. No, we don't have a striker. We don't have somebody that can take those chances. We don't have somebody with killer instinct. And it's cost us. It's cost us. It's cost us against Aston Villa. It's cost us tonight against Bayern Munich. And it's going to cost us for the rest of the season. I'm sorry, this is Manchester City's title now. Face it, take it, eat it, and all the rest of it. The Premier League title is over. I don't want to hear anything about it's not over yet, it's not over yet. Yeah, technically it's not, but would you really back us to win every single game from now to the rest of the season? Now, I'll reflect on this in a couple of days' time, and I'm sure I'll think to myself, I was a bit over the top. But right now, you're really telling me that, as a passionate Arsenal fan, you can come away from that and feel anything other than how I feel now? No, you can't. You absolutely can't, and it's absolutely gutting. Absolutely gutting, and this is what this club does to you sometimes. We love it. We absolutely love it. We live for it. We're Arsenal fans. We're the best bunch of fans in the league. We're the best bunch of fans out there. We're a great fan base, and we're built up just to be let down. The bigger picture is next season, if they get a top striker, who knows? Maybe next season we can go a bit further. Maybe next season, we can have a better shot at winning the Premier League. But right now, it feels pretty awful. So that's all I've got to say for this video. There'll be another one at some point. We'll talk about happier things, hopefully, and I'd love to be proved wrong. Like many Arsenal fans say, I'd love to be proved wrong. I hope Arsenal win every game from now to the end of the season. And who knows, if they do, maybe the title's back on. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it after that performance. That was an absolutely pitiful way to go out of the Champions League after such a good campaign, beating Porto on penalties, the blood, sweat and tears that went into that performance, getting through. And we didn't play well that night either, let's be honest, we didn't. Anyway, a very disappointing night. Please leave your comments and let me know what you thought of it. Did you think we played well? Do you think that it was a really good performance and that we should be proud? I'd love to hear it if you do. If you think, fantastic performance, that was great, please let me know. Please let me know how you thought the game went. And leave your comments, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.